Hey everyone, we're here for episode 4 of Bloodshields. Bloodshields. It was the best name I could get randomly. So I'm going to unpause this while I talk so that things happen. But we did just get some migrants. We did just get our first trade caravan. We didn't get a lot from it. Some drinks, which is good. Some food, which is good. My drinks and food are actually quite well so far, are quite good right now. So that's fantastic. There are actually some more trade goods being dragged there right now, but they just embarked, so never mind. Great. But I managed to get some stuff out of them. I got a little bit of leather, a little bit of cloth. I think it was silk actually, which is kind of cool. But that stuff will come in handy if I get any moods, strange moods, pardon me, going on. Maybe. I mean, certainly I could get a strange mood for gems or something, or bone. Actually, speaking of which, right now, bone would be problematic. Yes, bone would not be good. Fortunately, I don't think you really get shell anymore. Shell would also be problematic, but I don't think it's. I don't think it's a thing anymore. I'm not really sure. Looks like we got enough jobs to keep everybody busy for now. I'll unsuspend those because I do want those built. Oh, they're being suspended because those are quick fort or DF hack placements. Where I don't actually have the things for them right now. But hello, liaison. What would you like? The latest news from Theater Bright. Molten Quake of Frenzies. Ooh, those guys sound scary. And they reclaimed the site on blah blah blah. So I don't know if this stuff is actually useful. I know when you're running around in adventure mode, which I haven't spent much time with, but I know when you run around in adventure mode, some of this stuff is interesting because it gives you a bit of an idea about the world around you and places you can go and groups that you can either work for or attack or things like that. I don't know if it has any value whatsoever in Fortress mode yet. That may be... I'm assuming it's one of those things that definitely will down the road, but... yeah. What do I want? Really, I don't care. Stone blocks. Whoops, let's... If you bring me bituminous coal, whoops, I will buy it from you, because that will probably be pretty cheap, I think. I know it's cheap if you buy it on the embark, on embark screen, but I don't know if it's cheap in trade caravans. But if it is, then it'll be a lot of weight, which is good, and then I can buy it and make some fuel with it. I think lignite is the other one that you can make fuel from. Yeah, lignite blocks. Oh, I don't want blocks though. Oh, no, that's right. I don't think you can... So I think once it's cut into blocks, you need boulders. I don't think you can make fuel from the blocks. So that's probably of no use to me. Don't need seeds, don't need anvils, don't need weapons. I don't really need anything. Really. I should have everything I need to make most stuff. Especially from dwarves. Actually, there we go. Bring me some gypsum plaster so I can make some casts. Because I don't know if I have any gypsum around to do that with. Oh, here's just stone. Stone. I don't know what it is. stone boulders, I guess, because it isn't blocks. It's, yeah, I don't know. So that's fine. Bags, I don't really care about. I mean, I do like to have some bags, especially for, you know, putting seeds in and stuff. But that's one thing you can do with the leather industry as well, is you can make a lot of bags, so that thing's not really a problem. Yeah, I don't really care about any of this other stuff. All right, good enough. Bring me bituminous coal. That's about all I care about. And then it'll cost, but that's fine. What do you want? What do I need to make for you? Ooh, crossbows. Maybe my mechanic should be making crossbows. Yeah, maybe. Well, I'm not going to worry about that right now, but that is one of those things that I'll probably have to take a look at in the near future. Where is metal? Oh, you're done. Okay, good. So you can take all that out now. So I'm going to make that side ore, and I'm going to make this side fuel for now. No metal ores. Only bituminous coal and lignite. Nothing else, but you can also be coal blocks. So coal blocks and so refined and raw fuel. And then you are only metal ore. And for now, metal bars and blocks. I don't know where you get metal blocks. I'm sure you can make them. I don't see the point. But I'm not going to deal with that right now. And then you are a weird stone. I don't want bituminous coal or lignite in here, or metal ores. You're just economic stone. These guys should have wheelbarrows because they're heavy. And I need to make another 86 wheelbarrows or whatever I just typed. I don't really want that many wheelbarrows. Or 56 is probably what I hit. But that's not what I want. I just need another 6 for those areas. So that should be good. And, you know, and that'll be, well, yeah, that'll be sufficient for now. I'm going to break this stuff all up. I've found over time, I've really come to prefer building very specific stockpiles. It gets to the point, especially when my fortress gets up to around a little over 100 dwarves, where I very rarely have stockpiles that contain more than 1 or 2 kinds of items anymore. It just makes it so much easier to keep track, because you can just kind of look at the thing and go, oh, there's 20 of them there. Mostly because this screen just... I've thought a bunch of times that I should sit down and spend some time trying to figure out how to mod, or not mod, but create utilities for Dwarf Fortress. You know, something similar to Dwarf Therapist, and call it like Dwarf Quartermaster or something like that, and have it set up so that that this mod, like Dwarf Therapist, but is designed to handle all of the trading. So you get your dude to show up at the trade depot, and instead of using the trade screen there, you could go use this Dwarf Quartermaster mod and set up and do all the trading, because then you'd have a beautiful interface the way Dwarf Therapist is, or similar. And also manage the stocks screen, which of course you could do at any time, so that you can find and either forbid, dump, or melt, or all those kinds of operations that you can do on all the items anyway. But set that up so that you can track all the items on the map and manage the stuff that way. Because again, the stock screen it's not terrible. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a lot of data, and it's not really I just don't think it's easy to handle that much data, period. Like, no matter what you do, it's going to be a little bit kind of iffy, but I do think it could be better than it is. And Tarn obviously has more important things to do, you know, like fixing bugs and setting up new features and stuff like that. So, I don't fault Tarn for not wanting to do that, or having higher priorities, I guess. I suspect if I were in his shoes, I absolutely would as well. I've spent a little bit of time working on game development in the past. I don't have anything released, and certainly nothing anywhere near as complicated, sophisticated, or successful as Dwarf Fortress, obviously. In fact, I don't have anything that's ever been released to anybody, really, but UI is one of the worst things to work on, in my experience. You know, a good UI can make or break a game, but UI is just—it's no fun to work on. It's really, for me at least, it's a very tedious thing. I'm actually a software developer by day. I build web applications for various things, and you know, once I get into the really UI side of stuff, the more than anything, the CSS and alignment and stuff, I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I know some people do, and that's great, but I don't. I much prefer the logic and algorithm sort of side of things. I find it much more entertaining and fun. It's more problem solving. So I'm going to put gems in here, which hopefully these guys can move all the gems now, because there are kind of gems all over my bloody fortress. But they should be able to pile them all up in there and actually use some of those bins that I've set up, that this guy's started building, to store all those gems, which would be good. Food, drink, wooden wheelbarrow. I'm not making rock anything right now. Rock cabinet. Make me 30 of them. Rock coffer. Make me 30 of those as well. So I'll have a lot of those soon, which I can build into bedrooms to make people happy. I think my miners are not doing anything, so you guys can build out some more bedrooms, which I actually need because I've got like 12 dwarves now or something. How many dwarves do I have? 15 dwarves, jeez. Look at that. And I've only got 6 actual bedrooms, because one of them's a noble bedroom, but... and I don't think any of these are... Well, that one is. Oh, I'm slacking. Somebody fire me. I'm slacking. Okay, make a bedroom. Make a bedroom. Oh, we got some beds coming. But I'm going to need more. So we'll do that. Stuff used to have a thing beside it that said whether or not they were active or not, which doesn't seem to be there anymore. Not sure what that's all about, but we'll worry about that later. Or whether it was, I can't remember what the word it was that it used, but, pardon me as I yawn, just an indication of whether or not the manager had actually gone in and worked with that order, prepared the order. It's a perfect word, it makes perfect sense, but my brain is just like, nope, I'm not going to let you have that word right now. So, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Dwarves were unable to complete the bed because I don't have any beds. Alright, so. Yep, this stuff is all going well. Look at all them gems now. There's not really that many yet. I need a lot more dwarves. I need more haulers. And the problem with that, though, too, is, of course, over time, you build up all this, especially right now at the beginning, you build up all this stuff that needs to be hauled, and you end up having this huge backlog of things to get hauled around, and then you end up with like 20 haulers, and then they burn through it all, and then they're bored all the time because there isn't anything left to haul. And then, of course, that's when I start specializing. I pick a guy and make him a soap maker, and pick a guy and maybe make him a beekeeper. Start putting multiple guys on crafting, rock, or dwarves, rather. Because, the more things you have to sell, the better. Usually I get to the point where I'm pretty much just buying everything I can possibly use from a caravan. I buy all their leather, all their cloth, all of the metal bars that they have. Not all of them, like copper and stuff I usually don't bother with, but I'll buy any silver, platinum, gold, any of the precious metals, certainly. And then even sometimes I get to the point where I'm buying anything they have that's steel, even if it's stuff I don't want to use, like large steel armor or whatever, and then I'll just melt it all down. Although that one's a little bit harder, especially on this map, because it doesn't look like I have a lot of fuel available. So I don't really want to be doing a lot of that. Speaking of prospect, so this is DF hack, and prospect will tell you what is visible. It doesn't tell you what's underground. You can make it, but I don't do that. I don't like to cheat too much. So it'll tell me what's currently visible in my map. There's lots of gems. There's hematite. So it doesn't look like there is any fuel stone available for me. But there is hematite, tetrahedrite, and limonite, which I'm not sure what limonite gets me, but it's kind of interesting to know. And then, this stuff. This can be useful sometimes for finding, figuring out if you've got rope reed rope. I thought it was rope reed. Pretty sure it is actually, and there's whip vines too. So these names are a little bit weird, but I just started saving, so it's gonna be a little weird here for a sec. But that stuff can be interesting, especially for rope reed. I've had a few times in the past where one of my guys went into a mood fairly early, a strange mood, and wanted cloth, and I didn't have pigtail industry ready, and I didn't have any cloth or a trade caravan coming. So I actually managed to scramble some rope reed, harvest it, process it, and kickstart a little bit of cloth industry. Actually, I think if I remember right, that guy went insane and tried to kill somebody and got murdered, but shortly thereafter I managed to get cloth going. It's always, kind of that case of too little too late, but that's why I start bringing cloth with me and at Embark now. Oh, Leaf, where are you? I don't see you on the map. Oh, there you are. There's two of them. Look at them. Oh, 3 of them? Look at all these thieves. Fortunately, there's not much else out here. I think they can steal stuff, and he may actually have just stolen something. I don't know. I don't know if I can see his inventory. No. Anyway, it doesn't matter that much. There's not too much out here that's super valuable or anything. Except my old seeds. I don't really want him doing that. But anyway, that stuff should all be taken inside fairly quickly. Looks like they're actually in the process of doing that now. Now that I have some haulers. Holla! Sorry, that was terrible. But every time I say it, I think that. Yeah. But yeah, so we're good to go. I have some idlers. What are they doing? Who is idling? Oh, my miners are slackers. Of course they are. I'm going to dig out this other farm, and I'm going to get pigtail industry started. It doesn't really matter that much. I think it's going to be a while yet before people's stuff really starts to fall apart, people's clothing. but I can dig it out in super fast because it's all dirt and or sand or whatever it is. Yeah, sandy clay. Oh, even better. But you know, it'll be good to. Oh, I don't like that. Hazel tree roots. Yeah, I don't know if roots go away. I am not too used to roots yet. It's a fairly new thing with the multi-tile trees and everything, which are awesome. I love the multi-tile trees. I love the way they look and stuff. I like how occasionally you can actually cut down a tree and have it land on somebody and hurt them. It's frustrating when it happens to your own dwarves, but I think it's hilarious. I think I had it fall on a wild animal at one point and make the animal mad, and I can't remember for sure, but I think that stuff's kind of funny and hilarious. But here I want to. So this could be a horrible idea, but I want to drain all this water and get rid of it. And I don't really know where it's going to go or what's going to happen, but it's going to be funny. I guess mostly it'll just spread out and evaporate, probably. Turn into some wonderful steam, which I should run all my dwarves over there, because you get happy thoughts from mist. Dwarves are a big fan of water mist. Which, like I said, I'm going to eventually build. This center thing will be a waterfall. So this, just I'll talk about that right now, because I'm just kind of waiting for dwarves to do things. Are my miners bored? Yeah, sorry. Let me give my miners something to do, and then I'll talk about that. Here, just mine all this stuff out. This is all dirt too, so you should be super fast. Anyway, yeah, what I want to do is get rid of this center pillar. This is sort of a pillar right now, but I'm going to get rid of all of it eventually. And the outer edge will all be grates, so that water can fall through. And the middle one, actually, I guess the whole thing will be grates. So it'll just be 9x9 or 3x3 grate on every level, all the way down to probably entry, or maybe one below entry level. And then what's going on here? Why did I get moved over there for damp stone? Yeah, I don't care about that. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, so this will be 3x3 grate. And then the middle square up here, so right here, I'll channel that out and have water coming from probably the north. That'll be falling down all the way to, I expect it'll be one below here. So it'll be falling to this level, and then this tunnel will all be, I'll have a thing to run the water over to here, over to this thing, and it'll run off the edge of the map along with this water. Because otherwise it'll flood my fortress, which I don't want to have happen. And hopefully the running water like that won't lag my fortress out too much, because flowing water does cause performance issues. Like even now, just having this stuff coming out, you can see I'm dropping down slowly. I'm even down to 30 logic frames. I think that's logic, or is this one? Maybe this one's the logic and this one is rendering. I can't remember. But it's something like that. I'm going to build my farm plot for whatchamacallit. My brain is failing me here. For pigtails, so I can get the cloth industry going. And then, of course, pigtails, you can only have, like, what, two seasons, I think, are pigtails. And then the other seasons, I'll do the other stuff, something that isn't plump helmets. The only problem with not plump helmets is that most of the other, actually, I think all of the other plants are complicated. Like dimple cups, you can make dimple dye with. I don't even know if you can brew them. I'm gonna look that up real quick here. Here, unpause this. Yeah, I don't think dimple cups you can do. I think you can just make yeah, blue dimple dye with, and I think that's about all they can be used for, which uh, may be kind of worthless. So I'm kind of thinking maybe in the future I should stop bringing the seeds even, because I don't, yeah, I don't really care about dyeing. Not to be confused with dyeing. uh, And then sweet pods can be processed into dwarven sugar, I think. Um, I can't remember. Some of them can be brewed. Oh yeah, no, sweet pods can be made into rum. Okay, so sweet pods are fine because I can just brew them, which is great. You can't eat them. Plump helmets are the only ones that can be eaten directly. Um, and then pigtails, and then more plump helmets, because why not? And actually, I'm going to change this to make sweet pods in spring as well. Just because this field will be making plump helmets, so if I will have 4 seasons of plump helmets a year, although 2 of them will be winter, and spring will have no plump helmets. But anyway, 4 seasons worth of plump helmets a year, and that way, I don't know, just like I said before, my obsession with symmetry, kind of. And then other than that, I'll get a little bit of sweet pods, which I'll just brew into dwarven rum, just so that there's a variety, because they do get upset if you don't have a variety of drinks. I don't know if I can actually specify what I want them to brew. I probably can. I've never set that up before. But I'll do that. I'll have that stuff set up, and then I can have more than dwarven wine, I think, which is what you can get from plump helmets. And then dwarves will be happier because they'll have multiple drinks. I'll have some pigtails happening. I think I've got three seasons of pigtails, 2 seasons of sweet. No, it would have to be 2 and 2 because I only have 8 seasons. 8 field seasons. There's an interesting unit. I don't know. Yeah, anyway, I'm not even going to go there. Weird units in science classes and stuff. Field seasons is a fun one. Let us get this bedroom set up properly. These bedrooms. Oh, I'm gonna try you one more time. I know you're gonna do the wrong thing, and it's gonna make me sad. Because that's FFB, FBH. Door, bed, cabinet, coffer. That should all be right. It should work. I don't know why it's being difficult. Maybe it won't be difficult now. No. Oh. Maybe it won't be difficult now that I have it set up where the whole place is dug out. But we'll see what happens. So bed and door, those are right, and cabinets, and then it's building another bed in a bunch of places for some stupid reason. Why are you building beds in the wrong places? Maybe it doesn't work very well when there's already stuff in place. I swear in the past it worked fine, even though there were things in there. It cooperated and didn't do anything screwy. But obviously right now, anytime it looks like the only time it's making mistakes is when it runs into something that's already been designated. So, like here, it's going to build another bed, and yeah, it's kind of goofy. So, I'll just have to build entire floors at a time from now on. I'll fix the few things that it screwed up here, and that's not too bad actually. It saves me a little bit of time. So no, I don't want a bed. What are we looking at for time? Actually, we're just hitting half an hour. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to finish off this setup, and then I'm going to break this episode, and that will be that. Build F. No, those cabinets are good. The other thing that Quick Fort, this Quick Fort planning mode or whatever does, I believe, is when you build, when you build coffers like this, it has something in it where it manages to avoid using bags. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but a lot of the times the game by default gives you both, I don't know about you, but I never want a bag in a place. I want a bloody cabinet. Sorry, a coffer. Bags are just no. Just I want to reserve those for putting gypsum powder and milled plant parts and that kind of stuff in. Collecting sand, plant seeds, all those things that normally go into bags. I don't want bags as containers in my bedrooms. But there we go. So that's all planned out. Oh, I missed one. Build. What is that? What's a coffer? So that's all planned out, and I believe just as those things are constructed, the dwarves will just come in and put them in place, just as they're built. I don't have to specify any of it. It's handled automatically by DFHack. So I just need to, and I've got these guys. He's building out a bunch of stuff, and 30 of each should be enough for this floor anyway. Speaking of which, let's make 30 beds. So that should all just get built out automatically. I shouldn't even have to worry about it. It'll get handled for me automagically, which is fantastic. I love things that are automagic. Yeah, and then I don't have to deal with it, and that's great. This reminds me of one more thing. So before I leave, one last thing I want to say is I was talking about this waterfall I was going to build. I believe there's just enough room in this pillar here inside. I think a 3x3 gives me enough room to build a pump stack. So that's the idea, is I'll build a pump stack up to the top. I'll let that water run this way. I'll build walls or whatever to guide it. I'll let that water run this way to here, fall back down, build my mist generator, make everybody super happy with mist, come to one level below the entrance and flow out to the river so I don't flood things. But if you notice here, I've got a problem. I can't have that pump stack in here. So before I go and dig out this room, which would be too late, I'm going to replan it like that. That might not be the perfect size, so I'll have to worry about that later, but at least now that I've done that, I will remember not to dig that piece out so that I have room for the pump stack all the way down to here. On this room, this center line here might get a little wonky because I'll be, well, no, that'll be pump stack, so that's fine, and then this will be open, and that's fine, and then the river will go here. So this won't be open. This will end up being water probably. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to do some fancy work to build that out properly. Actually, I don't mean there. I mean on this floor. No, I do mean on this floor. I'm lying again. Oh, great. I don't know. We'll see. It might actually come to this floor simply because then in here, which I think is going to be the hospital, I can have wells, or I can have wells right here down into that water. I don't know. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together once I get to that part. That's going to be a couple episodes away, of course. But for now, that is it. I believe this is the end of episode 4. And thank you for watching, and I hope you will join me for episode 5 in the near future. Thanks again.